Hey guys, it's the travel season coming up. We're gonna start traveling, and last year I traveled a lot. I went to Thailand, I went to Vietnam, I went to a lot of places. And last year I figured out how do you go out and how do you meet people while traveling? How do you make friends? How do you meet girls out there? And how do you stay? Where should your accommodation be? What are the pros and cons of all of those things? And that's what we're going to be covering in this video. Let's go. Welcome back to another video, guys. My name is Kshitij and I teach you guys about dating advice, personal development, and how to build your amazing lifestyle. So coming back to the part of how to meet people while you're traveling. Firstly, what I want you to keep in mind is that when you're in your own city where you stay, and that time you might be going out and meeting people, maybe in the clubs, maybe during daytime, and you might be very comfortable with that. You might be in flow, you might be in momentum. But when you go into another city, you feel that sense of hesitation. I would not call it approach anxiety, but there's just going to be that sense of hesitation that you're in a new environment. And we as human beings, we fear unknown places. And because you're new there, you will be taking some time to get used to the environment out there. Now, here's where you can fuck up. If you go to the new place and you keep on waiting to do the approach, you're going to start to get more and more anxious by the end of it, and you're going to psych yourself out more and more. And when you'd want to even do the approach, you're going to have so many things coming up into your head, which would be exactly like the first time when you did your approach. You're like, I can't do the approach out here, everyone's looking at me, what if people hear me, what if she doesn't like me, that guy is also looking at her, what if everybody mixes up and beats me up, what if they don't like me because I'm an Indian, what if they don't like me because I'm a foreigner, what if I get into trouble out here. So you're going to start to have all of these excuses. Be aware of this, I'm telling you, Peli. So when you travel, what you want to do is you want to set the rhythm right from the start. So when you travel, when you go to some other place, you start talking to people right then and there. You start talking to boys, you start talking to girls, you start talking to everybody. You start talking to the people in the security. When you're getting your visa stamped, just talk to people and be very outgoing and start conversations with people. That's what I would say. And generally, we as Indians out here in India, the culture isn't such where you can have a lot of conversations. But when you're in a tourist destination, there it's okay to have conversations with people. It's okay to talk to people. If it's not encouraged to talk to random strangers in your city, in your place where, you might feel it looks creepy, it does not when you're traveling. It's almost expected. Because consider this, all right? If you're in Goa or you're in Thailand, other person has also traveled miles, they've taken up a flight and they've come to that place. So they're out there to have a fun time. They're out there to meet people. If you talk to anybody, they're going to be like, I want to meet more people out here. If you talk to people who are solo backpacking out there, who are traveling, they're going to be like, we're here to meet more people. Everybody that you generally talk to as well, you can test this out. So when you're out there, the rules of a city, of a place where you're living a mundane, monotonous life do not apply there, because everyone is in that tourist mindset. Everyone is in adventure mode. So when you're going to meet people in adventure mode, they're going to be much more open to you and your conversations will not be that weird. Just relax out there, just talk to them, have a good time, and then you're gonna build the rhythm out there. So first thing being your culture, the culture difference, that if you're traveling abroad or you're going to Goa, things are completely different. It's okay to talk to people. And the second thing that I would want to tell you is that out here in your own city, you might be going out and approaching back to back a lot of people and feeling like I only need to go to the club or I need to go to a mall or some street where I can talk to people. Here, generally, you want to be a social guy rather than be like, I want to do the approach. So here's the difference between the two. So if you say that I want to do the approach, that means what? Right now you're not approaching people. Right now you're not social. You're almost anti-social. So you do put in a considerable amount of energy to be social out there. Versus if there's a guy who's social, what is the general expectation? That he is going to be meeting people. वो बाहर जाएगा, वो लोगों से बात करेगा ही करेगा. It's general, it's established. The energy is not going to be there into trying to be someone else that he's not. If you sorted out an identity level that I'm a social guy, I'm going to be social. So you're going to start conversations with everybody, irrespective if you like that girl or not, irrespective if that's a guy or not, irrespective if you're straight or gay or whatever, doesn't matter. What does a social guy do? He talks to everybody. You want to be a social guy who's going to go out and talk to everybody. The receptionist at your hotel where you're checking in, the people at the visa that I was telling you about, your driver, people that you meet out, the people that you see. The least thing you want to do is you want to smile at people and you want to say hi, and later on you can continue those conversations, and you'll be so surprised how those conversations lead on to other things. Generally, you can just ask like, alright, what are the good places to go out here? How long are you guys here? It's gonna be the monotonous talk, but it will get you starting out there. The most common question that people ask while traveling is like, hey, what's up, man? How long are you here? Where are you going after that? Where all have you traveled? Then they ask things like, where are you from? So these are very common questions, but they do get the conversation going. You can start off with that, but be aware that do not just stick to small talk. You need to get into storytelling, you need to get into banter, you need to be having fun, you need to be out there. When you start to have fun and you get away from these formal conversations, you'll be able to do that much better. If you want to learn how to get out of these formal conversations, that's going to be completely another thing. You can click the link below, schedule a call with us, we can help you out with that. But anyway, coming back to the video. So when you're going out there, you're meeting people, you're being generally social, you're talking to everybody. So now you're going to find yourself much more open to people versus putting this effort into being more social. So we've sorted that out on an identity level. You talk to everybody, you do not mix and match stuff. Now, here I want to bring in some points if you're traveling solo as well, or versus when you're not traveling solo. When you're with people, you're gonna feel more fun out there, alright? Because you're with your friends, you can have fun, everyone is building on each other's energy. This is what happened last year, alright? I was in Thailand thrice. So around June, I was in Thailand for a month, and my friends were there for 4 days or 5 days or something, and then they left. And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have so much fun. But as soon as my friends left, I became so fucking anxious and I had so many mood swings, alright? I was excited for an hour, the next hour I'm sad. The next hour I'm missing my home. The next hour I'm missing my friends. I'm feeling like, yeah, this would have been so much easier in Delhi, like talking to people and socializing. And then suddenly I'm getting anxious. And suddenly I feel like, you know, I'm taking out my phone and I'm like, flights ka kitna cost hai yaar? Let me just book my flights back. I'm just gonna go right now. Who cares? Also at that time I was taking the pressure as well that, you know, oh my god, yeah, I have to be here. I need to be with people. I need to meet people. If I don't post stories, what are people gonna think? Kshitij is a loser. Kuch bhi nahi ho raha hai yahan pe. Already he's just chilling alone. And then again, I was thinking that what if I leave now? If I instantly leave right now, then, you know, meri izzat down ho jayegi. People are going to be like, oh my god, you went for so long and you're just coming back. Like, what the fuck? And honestly, nobody cares about all that stuff. Alright, nobody cares if you're there how long. Nobody cares how many people you were with. Nobody cares what your impression is. And also nobody cares ki tum kitne din bahar reh ke aaye ho, how long you were traveling and how long you were coming back. So I was talking to this friend of mine and he was telling me that, bro, you know, you can come back. And this was what I thought as well, alright. Clearly, when I was in the thing of that, you know, I think I should go back. This is not feeling like it. Like, in a span of 6 hours or 8 hours or some shit, I remember like I was on my bunk, I was sleeping, and then I got woke up because there were people talking. And I was so in my head, I was like, should I say hi because they're talking? It'll feel like I'm interrupting the conversation, or they're gonna feel weird that why is this guy coming in now? Or should I just stay like this? But the more I stay, more it's gonna feel like, was I listening to them talk? Why didn't I say hi earlier? After 15 minutes, I cannot say hi to them. So just getting in my headspace is just too much, and they're like, yeah, I think I should go back. So then I thought about it. I was like, if I go back right now, alright, I have a month out here, money's not a problem, I have the time, I can do things out here. But if I go back now and I go back home, what's gonna happen? After 3 days, I'm gonna be like, shit, yaar, I should have just gone back. Like, why did I come back? I should have just stayed there for a week more. I should have stayed for a month when I had the time. And that's what I knew, that अगर मैंने अभी अपना trip cut short कर दिया ना, तो फिर जब मैं घर जाऊंगा, वहाँ पे I'm gonna regret it so much and I'm gonna be like, I should be here back. So I decided to push through it, and I was talking to some of my friends. I called them up and they're like, yeah bro, just stay there. Koi scene nahi hai. You know you're gonna regret it. You were planning this trip for so long. And everybody goes through this, alright? It does not mean you're any less of a coach. It does not mean you're any less of anything. And saner minds prevailed. So I was there, I started saying hi to people, and slow and steadily what started to happen was I started to be more social. And I met some girls out there. There's one girl who, she looked exactly like Scarlett Johansson, and we were chilling together, we were playing cards and stuff, made friends with one or two boys out there, these girls, and then we went to play pool and stuff. Like, so much stuff was happening out there, alright? And I was like, this is fucking cool, eh? So anytime you feel that, what I want to tell you is just stick around there. And now, if you're traveling solo, now there's this thing in the community of gaming solo, going out and talking to people, meeting people alone, because you don't want to be reliant on anybody. There are so many people who go out there who meet people. So here, you need to create a system about it, all right? You can definitely travel solo. I am not telling you to always be with your friends, your wings, to go out and meet people and travel. But here's what you need to do to make it more sustainable, all right? Traveling solo is going to be great, while at the same time, it's going to be very nerve-wracking for you because it's a new place, you don't know anybody, and it's okay if you feel the fear. This is what I learned the hard way. So it's okay if you feel that. You're not lesser of a man, you're not any lesser of anything, your skill set is not gone. It's very normal what you're feeling right now. So, like when you're traveling, we human beings, we're social creatures. So we want to be with people, we want to be with our friends. So what you do is you go out there and you start talking to everybody, and you make new friends out there. You make new male friends out there who are going to wing with you. You make new girlfriends who are going to, like, you're going to be friends with. You go on meals with them, you go on dinners and lunches, and you go to party with them. You need to do that. And that's how you build on that. So as soon as you reach there, start talking to people. Hey man, what's up? Yo, brother, high five. And this and that. You're like, yo, what's your name, man? All right, perfect. What's your plan? You guys going out in the evening? What's happening out there? I'm gonna go check out that place. I'll see you around. So it's normal. It's expected that you talk to people out there. I'm stressing this so much because people are like, no, bro, it's gonna be creepy. Why would I talk to people? Guys, it's normal. So now when you talk to new friends, you've made new friends, and now these friends are exactly like the friends that you would have had you been traveling with friends. So now again, when you go out to party, you're gonna meet more people, you're gonna approach more people, and it's gonna get better and better and better. By literally the next day, you're gonna know more people. And now what you wanna do is you wanna keep this cycle of approaching people and keep this cycle of meeting new people and being social on. Because people travel for like some days, they're gonna be there for like 3 days and then they're gonna leave. And then they're going to be there for a day, then they're going to leave and new people are going to come in. So you always want to keep meeting people because then you always have like some people with you or not. And now because you're out there, you're talking to so many people, you've set the rhythm. The rhythm is set, you're in flow, you feel like you're the king of the jungle. And that's what happened with me. Within a week, I met so many people out there. I met this American friend of mine, I met this Swedish guy out there, I met these people from Netherlands, I met these people from Israel who became such close friends of mine. I'm in touch with them even now. And we had amazing parties, all right. We traveled to another island for another party and then we came back, we met. Like, I mean, I'm still in touch with those guys, right? So that happened. Now, it's not only the guys that I met girls as well. So we were partying together. There were pool parties happening. I was there in the pool party having fun on that unicorn thingy. And then I'd work also a little bit out there and then I'd eat. And it just turned out to be literally the best decision of my life to just stay out there because I just got myself into flow. And then ended up meeting a number of girls as well and ended up having an amazing time. It's like by the end of it, I felt like I was the king of the island. Like everybody knew me, all right? The staff knew me. The people coming out there knew me. Everybody who was new coming in, because everyone is a little bit anxious and when they're just got off their flight or they're checking into your hotel or hostel. But you're out there, you're like, hey man, what's up? I hope you have a great time. And that just shows that you're a cool guy. And in the evening when you meet them, again, it's going to be epic. That's going to become your overarching strategy, all right? It's going to take some time to get used to it. Now here, I want to tell you guys a little bit about accommodation. Should you stay in a hotel or should you stay in a hostel? Why should you stay? There are going to be pros and cons to both. Here are the pros and cons. So if you stay at a hotel, the pro is that you can bring back people. But just keep in mind that some places, like in Thailand, there's this place, Akbar. There you had to pay extra if you were to get a girl or someone at night with you if she were to crash with you. But most of the places are not going to be like that. But just make sure that they don't have this extra charge system out there. You want to be sure with that. So the clear advantage is that you have some place to go after a party or during the daytime when you're meeting someone, and you have some place to go and be intimate and be connected and have an amazing time. That's a clear fucking benefit out there. Some cons of that is going to be that since there you're in a hotel, you're not going to be meeting a lot of people. Everyone's going to be more reserved. Plus, hotels are generally more expensive than hostels. But again, there's another pro. They're more comfortable. You have your own space. You don't feel so vulnerable that other people are out there doing all kinds of things. Versus if you're in a hostel, specifically a party hostel, there, it could be a pro, it could be a con, but this is what happens. 8 a.m. in the fucking morning, there's going to be a guy with a whistle in his mouth. He's gonna knock on your door, he's gonna wake you up and be like, guys, free drinks for everybody downstairs, get up, partying, subah. So if you're a late sleeper like me, you're not gonna get any sleep, you're gonna be drunk out of your mind. If you're drinking, I wasn't drinking at that time, and you'll be partying all the time. And what in a hostel, it's expected of you to be social. So it becomes very easy for you to be social because everyone's out there, the drinks are flowing. Whenever anybody's drunk, people are just more social. You see them like, I love you, bro, you're amazing, bro, this and that. And so easy to meet girls, so easy to meet boys out there. So if you're alone, in a hostel, you're going to meet a lot of people, but you're going to compromise on your sleep, definitely. And of course, if you're fucking traveling, like sleep is for the weak, guys. YOLO mein jiyo, wahan pe to pura fucking YOLO shit. And you're going to meet people, compromise on your sleep, that's okay. You're going to have a lot of fun. Plus, you're going to have a group of people that you would have met out there. But just make sure anybody who enters your dorm, make sure you become friends with them. Say hi. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Say hi, be like, hey man, what's up? And then just have a little chat. Or if it's a girl, hey, what's up? How's it going? How's your trip? And just talk to them. People are very keen on meeting new people, and you have enough stuff that you're bringing to them. If this is international or domestic, whatever, you have enough stuff because you're coming from India. Dude, we've got the best cultural heritage out there, like one of the oldest cultures out there. You've got enough shit to talk to people about it and they're going to be fascinated. All right, yoga, whatever, like lots of things. All right, let's not get into that. Topics तो हमारे खत्म ही नहीं होंगे कभी भी. So you talk to those people, and again, now the negative is that you have your bunk bed. लोग हमेशा शोर मचा रहे होंगे. People are always going to be noisy. You're not going to get enough sleep. You're going to feel like there are people all around. You might feel a little bit vulnerable sleeping out there, because that's what I would feel. All right, they're going to wake me up or whatever, or like I hope nobody messes around with me because मैं boarding school से हूँ. So if anyone was sleeping in a boarding school, we'd mess around. All right, रात को लोग सो रहे होते थे, we'd go jump on their beds and make noises, and this shit, like, we've done enough. So now I know that I can be on the receiving end as well. So that's there. Another con out there is that if you meet a girl out there, you cannot bring her back to your dorm. That's not going to be allowed. So you're going to miss out on that. Pro is that it's going to be really cheap. Like a general dorm is going to be $10, what, like 500 to 700 to maximum $1,000 per night. So it's going to be shit cheap. But just make sure you know about the pros and cons, all right? Just summarizing this, if you're someone who has a great skill set, so what you can do is you can take up a hotel and then you can go to the hostel and join the pub crawl and meet people in the hostel, because it's okay for everybody to enter the hostel, all right? Specifically in Thailand, the ones that I was in. I could go there, join a pub crawl. There were pool parties happening out there. You can go have breakfast out there. You can do so many things there. You can have a lot of fun. And then if you're meeting people, you're meeting someone you want to bring back, you can bring them back to your hotel room. Or another thing, you can just stay in a hostel, and if you meet someone, then you book a room directly right there. Oh, the main thing, most of the hostels are going to have a room system out there along with the dorm. So the best thing is you book a private room in the hostel itself, if that's something that you want to do. Otherwise, just book your Airbnb and everything. Finally, coming to our last segment of the video, setting up systems. This is also going to be an overarching strategy. All right, setting up systems. How is it that you're going to be successful out there? This is going to be extremely important, and you'll understand that. So you will be needing around 5 to 7 to 10 days. All right, let's just go with 7 days on an average. You'll be needing around 7 days to get into that flow state and to meet people and have an ecosystem of girls and guys that you can text to hang out with, or girls and guys you can text to go on dates with. This is what you're supposed to do. When you're out there in the starting, you don't know anybody. So let's say first day you start to meet people, you say hi to 4 or 5 people in your dorm, because usually it's going to be a 6-person or an 8-person dorm. So you say hi to people in your dorm, you meet them, you go down for a pool party, you maybe have a couple of drinks, you're having fun out there. Now, instead of 5 people, 10 people. You're getting into flow, you're approaching girls out there. Slow and steady, 2 or 3 girls out there. But now, let's just assume that girls don't want to hang out with you. And that's completely fine. You go out to party, in the night, you meet more girls. You meet 2-3 girls more. Maybe you get some of their Instagrams. Next day you come back, you wake up, you text the girls on Insta, or you text them on WhatsApp, you ask them what the plan is. Let's say all of them flake, which isn't going to happen. Let's say all of them flake. So there are no girls who want to be with you now. All right, they're not replying to your text, whatever. But now what happens is, you go out again, you meet 5 new women, you meet 5 new men out there. You go out at night, you meet 3-4 new people again. Next day you go out, you meet 3-4 new people again. And now you've got 15-20 phone numbers of people out there that you can text to go on dates or just hang out with, or to go out at the night and meet more people with. Now, assuming you've got 15 people, I will assume at the least you're gonna, like, 3 people are gonna say yes to you, to meet you. And now you can go on a date with them. And then the next day you go out again. Since now you're going out again, you're adding in more people. Although you have, like, some of your friends might be leaving, some girls might be leaving, other people might be leaving, some people might not be responding, but you have new people coming into your system and into your funnel every day. And that's what's going to be majorly powerful. And it will take you around 5 to 7 days to set this thing up. And after that, it's going to be like a well-oiled fucking machine where more and more people are coming in. Because every day, when you meet people at night, you maybe end up hanging out later on, you meet people during the day, you invite them to the club at night. And then the next day you do the same thing, wash, rinse, repeat. 5 people you already know, go out again, meet them during the day, hang out with them, or be like, come out to the party at night. They come out to the party, you meet new people in the party, then again you wash, rinse, repeat. You do the same thing over and over and over again. By the end of it, you turn into the king of the island, the king of the place, and everybody knows you out there, and you seem like the most social guy. And everything just starts with just one approach, that one simple hello, that one simple hi that you said to a person, which you were thinking that is not going to mean anything. Kya hi farak padega, you know? A simple hello bolne se, ye farak padega. On a long enough thing, when you give it some time, you're going to have an amazing ecosystem out there of friends that you can call and girls that you can meet, with more people coming in every time, where you're never going to be alone, you're always going to be on dates. And it's going to be so easy for you, you know? I can literally go to any place and meet shit tons of people in the very first day and have friends by the next day. Even like have a girlfriend within a day. Like that's guaranteed. I can go out there, meet people Also, if you have a great online game, you've got great pictures, you can combine your online game with your daytime approaches, your nighttime approaches, pool parties, going out here and there, meeting people on the street, anywhere you're going, all right? You could be eating at a restaurant. There are people on the next table, you can say hi. There might be people walking out. You can go out of the restaurant, say hi to them, just meet them. It's these little chances that you keep on taking. And then by the end of it, it's gonna be just fucking amazing. That's gonna be all from my side, guys. This is Kshitij signing off. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button, you spank it, smash it, demolish it. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace out, boys.